News 25 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
A local man is killed in an off-road accident, and 2 are arrested for burglary. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Unette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Police investigate the cause of a fatal accident. It's Thursday, February 28th. I'm Unette Gentry. A couple who was walking their dog this morning came upon a single vehicle rollover accident. Unfortunately, the driver and only occupant was found deceased on a dirt road at the end of West Charleston Park.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office is investigating a fatal off-road accident that occurred today in the desert off West Charleston Park. The male driver and only occupant was declared deceased on scene. The accident was reported by a passerby who came across what appears to be a Kawasaki rough terrain vehicle on its side. The area was closed to through traffic while the investigation was conducted. The Nye County Public Administrator, mortuary, and tow truck also arrived on scene.
And 2 people sustained injuries as a result of a crash between a motorcycle and a minivan Wednesday night.
2 people were transported from a vehicle versus motorcycle accident last night on Calvada Boulevard. One person, a male, was taken to the helipad, which was in close proximity to the accident, and subsequently transported to a Las Vegas trauma center via Mercy Air. The other person, a female, was taken by ground ambulance to Desert View Hospital. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says that both of the injured were riding the motorcycle. The driver inside the van did not claim any injuries at the time of the accident. Traffic was blocked in all directions while the investigation was conducted.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office says 2 individuals have been identified in connection to a home burglary.
Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies say that they arrested 2 people in connection with the burglary here in Pahrump on Elderberry. Arrested was Joseph T. Nelson and Vincent Scacozo. They were arrested for various charges in connection with the burglary, including possession of stolen property, grand larceny of a gun, exploiting a vulnerable person, and conspiracy to commit burglary. According to the declaration of arrest, deputies were dispatched to Elderberry Street in reference to a burglary that had occurred. On scene was an individual described as an uncle who had cerebral palsy. He was identified as being at home at the time of the incident. This individual told police that one of the males involved was Joey, being Joseph Nelson. Police say that the victim stated that Nelson had called earlier in the day asking if he could come do some work at the residence. After taking a report and inventory of the missing items, which included 11 guns, a camera, camera lenses, 2 iPhones, and gold earrings, police say that they responded to super pawn in reference to 2 males that were allegedly attempting to pawn items that appeared to be in connection with the burglary. When arriving on scene, police made contact with Joseph Nelson and Vincent Scacozo. Upon questioning, both individuals allegedly told police that they were there to pawn a camera. Police say that the serial numbers on the camera returned as one of the items stolen from the residence earlier in the day. Further investigation revealed that inside the vehicle that both individuals were driving was a black in color Ruger 380. That was also one of the items stolen from the residence. Both individuals were taken into custody by police. During a search of Scacozo, police say that they found the gold earrings inside his front right pocket. And upon further investigation of Nelson's personal property, officers discovered a plastic bag containing a white substance that returned presumptive positive for methamphetamine. Nelson was then booked on an additional charge of drug possession.
And stay tuned. News 25 will be right back with the Business First Brief and national news you need to know about.
News 25 is brought to you by Preferred RV, the only place where you can swim year-round. For more information, go to preferredrv.com.
Welcome back to News 25. Is the economy starting to take a dip? Angela Miles reports on that and more in today's Business First Brief.
Topping our news, President Trump's top trade negotiator is sending a mixed message to the market. In his testimony on Capitol Hill, U.S. Trade Rep Robert Lighthizer tells lawmakers that the U.S. and China are making real progress, but there's still work to do. The economy is showing signs of softness in manufacturing. Factory orders in the U.S. barely budged in December. Business spending on equipment is also much weaker than previously predicted. Boeing landed a big deal. Boeing sold 100 737 MAX aircraft to Vietjet for $12.7 billion. The Vietnamese carrier has ordered now 200 jets from Boeing. The deal was revealed as President Trump is meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. And there is chatter that a wave of layoffs are about to happen at Goldman Sachs. Sources tell Business Insider the Wall Street investment firm wants to reduce redundancies.
Thanks, Angela. A bill introduced into the Nevada State Assembly is focused on enacting a Bill of Rights for sexual assault survivors. The piece of legislation, if approved, would allow a sexual assault survivor to consult with a sexual assault counselor during a forensic medical exam or an interview with a prosecutor, defense attorney, or law enforcement official. The survivor under the bill would have the right to know whether an analysis of a sexual assault evidence kit yielded any DNA from a defendant. The legislation says the survivor also has the right to choose the gender of the law enforcement official who interviews them and stipulates that a survivor will not be required to pay any cost tied to a forensic medical exam. And the Board of County Commissioners has approved 3 radar signs for the Beatty area. So speeders out there, watch out.
Nye County Commissioners had an item on their most recent agenda regarding the discussion and deliberation to approve funding for 3 radar speed signs in an amount not to exceed $20,000 after residents of Beatty expressed concern about the speeding and the running of stop signs along Highway 95. The radars are meant to notify the drivers of their speed and to slow down if they are driving in excess of the posted speed limit. In late 2018, the Nevada Department of Public Safety agreed to install and maintain the signs if the town purchased them, 3 of which are on the agenda with the thought that they could be placed on the 3 entry points of town. Commissioner Donna Cox made a motion to approve the funding, and the item was approved unanimously.
And a date has been set for a public hearing concerning a proposal for a solar power facility to be located at the southern tip of Nye County near the Clark County line.
The Board of County Commissioners read at their last meeting a bill proposing to adopt a development agreement between the County of Nye and Canyon Mesa Solar, a solar power generation plant with integrated battery storage systems, including the installation of up to 80,000 solar panels on approximately 200 acres of private land. The target area is generally located at the Nye-Clark County line on the southern tip of the Pahrump Regional Planning District and situated off of Hidden Hills Road. Commissioner Blundo made a motion to set a new date for the public hearing. The motion was approved, and the hearing has been scheduled for March 19th at 10 o'clock a.m.
All right, stay tuned. KPVM will be right back, where we like to say that stands for keeping Pahrump and our area viewers in mind.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, the third annual Storm and Mormon race is happening this Friday and Saturday at Pahrump Valley Speedway. This year, the Sam Stringer Memorial Race has joined in. Brian Wolfenstein, who is a race car driver and grandson of Ray Wolfenstein, also known as Storm and Mormon, gives us all those details.
This is Friday and Saturday. Friday night, 7 o'clock, the races start. Saturday, 5 o'clock, races start. We're going to do the IMC Modifieds as the feature event like we've done the past 2 years.
And this is all for, of course, your grandfather?
Right, so we named it after him. We also include Sam Stringer in that, since Sherry doesn't do her race anymore, so we like to add him into that because the Stringers have been an important part of our family as well. So.
Yeah.
So the Super Stocks race Saturday with the Modifieds, and then the Pahrump Valley Speedway Sport Mods will join the event this year on Friday night. And then the little kids race still, of course, they come and do that stuff. So so they'll run their whole event and everything too. It's a great time.
So this is being held at Pahrump Valley Speedway right there off of Basin Avenue, and I believe it's a Panorama.
Yes, correct. Yep, so Friday night, Saturday afternoon, we hope everybody comes and supports it. Hopefully the rain, cross our fingers, doesn't come. I think it says Friday night late, so that'd be fine with me. But
they wet down the track occasionally anyways, right?
We need water anyways, so we'll take some free water, just not a lake. Everything that we get, it goes right back to the race car drivers. So that goes into the purse for the drivers. We have some different dashes and things, but we pay a good purse and we get a lot of good drivers, so it's going to be a good race. I think it's $10 for adults to get into the main grandstands, $8 for senior citizens, and 5 and under are free. The pit passes are $25. If you want to come race and you're watching this, it's $45 car and driver entry both nights. So it's going to be fun. So both nights, it's a $2,000 to win each night, and then minimum $200 to start the race. So I'm number 12W. I've got the big Team W autism puzzle on the front of my car for my son Trey. My wife created a Facebook group page, so Storm and Mormon Showdown 2019 I think is the group page, so make sure you join it, like it, share it. We want to get as many people there as we can.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture and Department of Health and Human Services has announced the creation of addiction recovery transitional housing in rural communities. The opioid crisis has unfortunately hit rural communities hard, and housing plays a vital part in the recovery process for those living with opioid use disorders. 2 nonprofit organizations will be able to purchase homes from USDA and convert them to transitional housing for people recovering from opioid misuse. The organizations will coordinate efforts to sell USDA's real estate-owned single-family housing properties at a discount to nonprofit organizations who provide housing treatment, job training, and other key services for people in substance misuse treatment and recovery. And for more information, go to USDA.gov. And the preview and pre-registration period for the first Clark County Government Surplus Auction this year will be open Friday at 5 p.m. at 4320 Stephanie Street off of East Flamingo Road near Dog Fanciers Park in Las Vegas. Saturday's sale starts at 8 a.m. and features about 250 vehicles and 700 lots of miscellaneous items used or acquired by area police departments, local cities, the state of Nevada, Clark County School District, and other government agencies. Popular items to be sold include furniture, computers, bicycles, electronics, and unclaimed property from McCarran International Airport's Lost and Found Division. Anyone interested in participating on site at the auction must register as a bidder in person or online. For more information, go to tntauction.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with your local weather.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, time to take a look outside at our current conditions. Look at that picturesque view of the mountains, not nearly a cloud in the sky in that direction. And this time last week, snow. This time this week, 70 degrees short wearing weather. We'll take a closer look at your forecast and what else you can expect when we return.
KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
All right, let's take a look at our highs and lows today across the state of Nevada. Las Vegas's high today, 72 degrees, and the low is expected to be 51 tonight. Death Valley tops out at a balmy 81 degrees, and the low is expected to be 55. Amargosa's high today, 70 with a low of 44. Beatty's high, 65 with a low of 39. Goldfield's high, 57 with a low of 30 degrees tonight. Tonopah's high 55 degrees with a chilly low of only 29 degrees expected tonight. Carson City tops out at 48 degrees today and a low of 35 is expected. Fallon's high 60 degrees with a low of 34 and Fernley's high 55 with a low of 35 expected tonight. And currently it is partly cloudy and 66 degrees here in Pahrump. Our high today that we reached 69 degrees. Winds were out of the south at 9 miles per hour today, and humidity is relatively low at 36%. Sunrise was at 6:15 this morning. And currently, again, 66 degrees, but tonight's low is expected to dip down to 47 degrees. Winds will be out of the south-southeast at 8 miles per hour, with humidity increasing to 51%. And sunset is expected at 5:38 p.m. And looking ahead to our 7-day forecast, tomorrow will be partly cloudy with a high of 68 and a low of 52. And we're expecting some rain this weekend. Saturday will be cloudy and the chance of precipitation is high at 80%. And the temperatures will top out Saturday at 64 with a low of 47. Sunday will be partly cloudy with a high of 64, low of 45. And Monday will be partly cloudy as well, but the temperatures increase a bit to 67 for the high and 47 for the low. Tuesday, well, the clouds look like they're coming back with a chance of precipitation at 50%. And Tuesday's high is expected to be 67 with a low of 53. Wednesday will also be cloudy. Also the same, a chance of precipitation is going to be at 50% with a high of only 62 and a low of 48. But the sun looks like it's going to creep back out next Thursday with a high of 64 and a low of 44. So expect a bit of rain this weekend. Don't put those umbrellas away just yet. All right, that does it for this edition of News 25. I'm Unette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and Ace Country Radio, thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we will see you again tomorrow. Good night.